The Dalton Gang wanted to beat anything that Jesse James did. They were going to rob two banks at once in broad daylight on October 5th, 1892. They were going to rob the Condom and Country Bank, Company Bank, and also the First National Bank of Coffeyville. The plan was that Bob and Emmett were to rob the First National Bank while Grant, Broadwell, and Powers robbed the Condom Bank. Emmett thought Grant, who was not the smartest guy in the world, would mess things up, so he sent along Powers and Broadwell. The gang had tied up their horses, and a storekeeper who was sweeping a sidewalk just a few feet away noticed Bob, Emmett, even Grat wearing fake mustaches and beards, so he followed them down the street to see what they were doing wrong. The gang had entered both banks, and someone yelled out, "They are robbing the banks. The Dalton Gang are robbing the banks." They wanted to get the money out of the bank, but the manager lied to them and said that was on time lock and it wouldn't be open for another 10 minutes. So they gathered up all the silver and money containing $1,000 and weighing about 200 pounds. That's why they did not want the silver, they wanted paper cash. Meanwhile, they entered the other bank, and officers and two customers were ordered to give out the cash, and they passed it out. The Dalton Gang left the banks, but the money was too heavy. It was contained with silver, and it was very heavy. Meanwhile, the hardware stores were passing out guns to local citizens and began firing through windows at the Condon Bank. Returning fire was the Dalton Gang. Taking fire from the hardware store, Bob was hit in the head and the heart, killing him instantly. The others had tried to mount the horse, but they were being shot at very much, and mounted the horse unwounded and began riding away. After they noticed Bob was hit, turned around and attempted to lift Bob onto his horse. Bob Dalton, Bill Doolin, they were waiting several miles away to get extra horses to the gang's escape. After getting tired of waiting, they left only to find out the fate of the gang. Grat and Bob Dalton, Dick Broadwell, Bill Powers were all killed. Emmett Dalton got shot 23 times, and he still lived. He was shot through the right arm, below the shoulder, sentenced to life in the Kansas State Penitentiary in Lansing, Kansas. Emmett served 14 years after being pardoned by Governor Ed Koch in 1907. He moved to Hollywood, California to become a real estate agent, author, and actor, and died in 1937 at the age of 66. If you have a chance to go to Coffeyville, Kansas, you need to visit the Dalton Gang Museum. It's very interesting if you're really into this kind of history, and they have a great display in their museum. They have a lot of authentic and actual use of saddles and hats, bullets, guns of all of the gang members. It's really a pretty good exhibit. Make sure you walk around town. When we went, it was a very hot day. It was in the high 90s. And make sure you visit the one bank that you can actually go into. It's the Chamber of Commerce, and it's really wonderful. They have some great information about the Dalton Gang. Also, if you have a chance, you need to go to the cemetery. You can see the grave sites of the Dalton Gang and also members of the community that were shot and killed by the Dalton Gang itself. Go down the alleys, go visit the old jail. Excuse me. You need to do all that. Anyway, thank you very much. And I'm just going to let you look at the photographs from the next several minutes. Thank you very much.